when we talk about these sires within the industry, what do you guys think the average life cycle on those sires would be?
Yeah, it's a great question because there's a lot of debate about that, I think. But in today's market, and I think this goes across the board for both, if we're talking sheep or boar goats in particular, there's a curve to that cycle, and there's males that are really popular, young ones, right out of the gate, and they have their first crop on the ground, and they have some success, and we see a spike in the semen demand and sales. And in year 2, that could kind of build some momentum for a second year, and then probably usually by year 3, there's kind of a plateau in demand, on those kind of offspring and males, and then 4 and 5, we start seeing the curve kind of go down on the downside. Now, sure. Tad, you've probably seen some examples that have outlived that curve.
Right, absolutely. They're rare examples, but the bullseyes of the world, the drop the mics of the world, the unicorns, like those are industry life-changing sires.
Yeah.
And then they don't come around every day.
Yeah. So that's kind of when we evaluate what we're doing with RSG Sires. We're looking for really those males that have had at least one crop on the ground, that are going into maybe their third year of breeding season.
Sure.
And they've got some popularity still, but have got a proven kind of success record. And we've been able to kind of evaluate how they've done in terms of their demand for semen. So those are the kind of males we're really not looking to go out and buy these little baby 4, 5, 6 month old males that haven't done anything yet. We know there's a demand for that. We know there's some young, really good breeders out there producing these young males and getting good dollars for them, and that's awesome. But that's not really our model today.
Right. And we've had a lot of requests over the years, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, for people to want us to partner with them and to jump onto some of the new and upcoming sires, and like Doug said, that's just not our model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So going forward with RSG Sires, what do you guys think the goals and vision would that be?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to grow this smart and strategic. We're not looking to have 20, 30, 40 males here at RSG available. We're looking to have a select group that hopefully can meet different breeders' needs when that time does arise. The other thing about that too is that we're being very strategic from this evaluation standpoint, really making sure they fit our model well. There is something there that we can work with breeders on, and our vision, I think, long term is to grow this with partners. And not to say we may wholly go out and purchase some of these males, but the fact Black Mamba you mentioned earlier, that's one that we partnered with our own farm on, and I think we're open to those kind of opportunities because it kind of minimizes RSG's risk a little bit, and also helps those rams still get promoted by a breeder that's attached to them, and that seems to be, I think, our vision.
Sure. And the customers that are here, breeding donors or breeding animals here that we kind of talked about earlier, those
Sure.
scenarios, like those folks still need a marketable product.
Absolutely.
So those babies, they still need to have something that, one, matches what they're doing genetically, and then they have a marketable product. So we want to select those sires that still have some industry value to them.
Awesome. How can people learn more and stay up to date with RSG Sires going forward?
Yeah, we've launched the Facebook page already for RSG Sires. We've also launched a website, rsgsires.com, which kind of explains what we're doing with this brand as part of RSG and how they can get involved. We also have had a lot of questions about how do I sell my mail to you, kind of thing. And we did make our first purchase in an online auction. We're not opposed to that. If you've got an auction coming up, you want to share that with us. You, Jordan, are kind of going to be our point person to help with that and kind of help us evaluate those things. And we know there's a lot of breeders out there that are ready to move on from certain genetics that we still want to make available to our customers, and we'd love to work with them, whether it's through an online auction or a direct kind of relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, guys, we are so excited to launch this new brand of RSG. Please reach out to any one of us if you got any questions, and thanks for tuning in.